Hello everybody, my name's Periwinkle and I have an awesome announcement to make. So if you guys can't tell, I am an utter theater and music and musical theater nerd. I love most musicals. I love most songs. I'm honestly a junkie for this kind of entertainment. I love it so much. And I also like performing it. I love singing, I love being in musicals, I love dancing. Well, not that good at dancing, but I try. So, of course, I have to audition for some stuff, and I got some parts. That's so exciting. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I'm actually in 4 shows upcoming, all having their kind of plays and stuff in this month, aka November or December. I'll give you more dates as they come because there's actually a question that was asked about that, and I'm going to go ahead and explain the plays I'm in and explain what all I'm doing, and then I'm going to answer some questions I got off Twitter because I asked you guys for some questions for a Q&A on my theater, and yeah. So the first play I'm in is for my school, and it is Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street. If you don't know, Sweeney Todd is about a man who comes back to his home place after he was shipped off on a charge that wasn't his own, meaning he was falsely incarcerated. He comes back, finds out his wife is dead, we'll just say that, and finds out his daughter has been kidnapped, and he meets up with a woman who owns a part of his old shop, and that woman is Mrs. Lovett, and I play Mrs. Lovett, and it's been such a fun journey. I love all of the songs. I love every single part of Sweeney Todd. It's been my favorite production, you know, besides Jekyll and Hyde. I mean, who doesn't love Jekyll and Hyde? But it's been such a fun journey, and I'll talk more about that in the Q&A, but I really do love Sweeney Todd so much, and I'm so happy I get to play Mrs. Lovett. The next 2 things kind of go hand in hand, and it's because I take classes for them both at School of Harmony, which is about a 30-minute drive from here. So I take both of the classes and they're back to back. So on Tuesdays I take a musical theater class from 6 to 7 and an acting class from 7 to 8. So I'm there for about 2 hours and they're really back to back. So our musical doesn't really have a show, it's just our musical theater performance. It is a medley of songs from Seussical, Enchanted, the Lion King musical, We Beseech Thee is in there, Wicked, Beauty and the Beast, and there's one more, I can't remember. But it's a big musical medley. It is so much fun because there's so much dancing. It's like one of the first times I'm actually dancing in theater, and it really helps me. And in the musical theater I have the solo of the Rastafarian guy during How Does She Know from Enchanted, so I get to go, how does she know that you love her? And then I also do the a cappella solo for Giselle at the beginning, and then someone else takes over for Giselle and I get to be the Rastafarian, so that is fun. And then I also am Mrs. Potts for Be Our Guest, so that is amazing. I love Mrs. Potts as a character, and we're actually going to do a full Beauty and the Beast play for spring, but auditions haven't happened yet, so I can't give you many details on that yet, but I get the part of Mrs. Potts for this really awesome song, but that's not set in stone for spring, keep that in mind. And then for my acting advanced class, we are doing, what is it called? Nursery rhymes. We are reinventing nursery rhymes and making them modern and hilarious. It's a really fun comedy. There's not really a name for the play. It's just a bunch of nursery rhymes crammed together, more modern and a lot more comedic. I am the spider, and you know, Mrs. Muffet sat on a tuffet eating her curds and whey. I am the spider. For the cow jumped over the moon, the cat plays the fiddle one, I am the cow. And for the, there's one where it's like, Jack Sprat only eats the fat, only eats the lean of the meat, something like that. I am Jack Sprat. I'm sorry, I don't know the actual nursery rhymes, I just know the premise of them. But I'm playing a male role and 2 androgynous roles, and I'm really excited for that. I love playing male roles. If you guys want to see a whole video on how I master playing male roles or how I master playing villains, please leave a like down below and I'll definitely do that. Now the next performance I don't know much about because we haven't started rehearsals for it, so I don't know if I have a part in it or anything, but it is a Christmas cantata, so it's about God and, you know, December and Christmas and love Jesus, and we are going to start practice very soon, but I don't know if I have a solo or a part or anything like that, but I will keep you guys updated on my Twitter, so definitely go check out my Twitter in the description. Now that I've told you guys about my parts, I'm going to go onto my Twitter and answer some of your guys' questions. Huge shout out to Rachel for giving me a lot of, you know, questions. Love Rachel so much. So I'm gonna answer her first question that says, are you nervous at all? I'm actually very nervous for my acting advanced class where I have 3 roles I need to learn and they are vastly different characters, so I'm gonna have to like change characters on a dime. It's really difficult, and once you get in the mindset of a character it's hard to change that quick. Plus, you know, I need to start memorizing my lines, but that's a different story. I'm nervous for Mrs. Lovett just because it is a main role. And other than that, I'm comfortable with musical theater, the timing I've got down for the musical theater class, and I know nothing about the other shows, so we never know what's gonna happen there. Next question comes from Ashes of the Wake, and it says, what's your favorite part about acting? My favorite part about acting is because you get to go into a whole other world. It's honestly brilliant. I love becoming a character and just becoming someone else. I know that sounds really dark, but just being able to portray someone else, it's like writing their story. There's so many different ways you can portray a character. Like Helena Bonham Carter is completely different than how someone else would portray her, or Johnny Depp portrayed Sweeney Todd so much different than George Harold did. You know, they two vastly different things, and being able to add another perspective onto the character that you took, even if it's like another person's invention of that character, it still is a lot of fun. Next is what you love and hate about your characters. So with Mrs. Lovett, I don't know if there's anything I hate about her because she's just so fun to play. It's just, and all my characters are so fun to play in some way. With Mrs. Lovett, the only thing I really hate is that I feel like some of her lines are forced and that she can get so like babbling on, and there's so many lines I have where I have to read paragraphs. It's so, like, she tends to babble. With Spider, I love that character so much. I don't have any complaints. With Cow, he can be kind of annoying. Cow gets a little annoying because it's just like, oh my gosh, he's so snappy. And I mean, it's a fun character to play, but I can see how I might annoy the audience. And then Jack Sprat, I don't think I dislike anything about Jack Sprat. Probably just the simplicity of the character. I'd like a little bit more, even though the scene is really short, I'd like a bit more depth to his character. For Mrs. Potts, it's just a musical, so there's not much I can portray. Like, I can't do much voice inflection since I'm singing, but nothing there to dislike and nothing to dislike with the Rastafarian guy. Next question is, what inspired you to be a part of musical theater? Since I was little, I've always wanted to act. I love acting probably more than anything because I love public speaking as it is, and being able to public speak as someone else is so cool. And it's just, I don't know, I don't want to associate it with this, but acting is basically like a big lie. Like, you're pretending to be a character. It's so much fun. It's just like how you would be little and play with Barbie dolls and pretend to be that Barbie, except you're the Barbie doll and you're controlling yourself. It's crazy when you think about it like that. Next is, if you could play another character, who would it be? Whew, so for Sweeney Todd, I'm completely happy with Mrs. Lovett, but something like I would like to pursue in the future is playing Sweeney Todd himself. I know, gender bent, wow. It's just, I feel a lot of Sweeney's songs, and you resonate so much with this character, and I want to see how I can spin him, but I'm completely happy with Mrs. Lovett, don't get me wrong. My acting class, I think I'm happy with most of my roles. For musical theater, I would love to be Nala when she sings Shadowland. That would be amazing, but I didn't get that role, and that's completely okay. And other than that, I'm really happy with my roles. Next is, when did you first perform? I've been performing since I was in the 4th grade. No, actually before then, because I've done plays for my church multiple times when I was 1st grade, 2nd grade. I have always loved performing, and I've always done it since I was that young, 1st and 2nd grade at my church. What is your favorite song to sing from the production? So for Sweeney Todd, my favorite song to sing for Sweeney Todd would definitely be Poor Thing, just because it's so much passion, and you know, I'm actually behind a curtain for Poor Thing, so I can kind of read a little bit without the audience knowing, but there's a lot of passion in Poor Thing, and also By the Sea is really good, but I think I'd choose Poor Thing. For my musical theater class, definitely Be Our Guest, just because I love being Mrs. Potts, and Be Our Guest is just such a fun song to dance to. Next is a very good question, and it is, when can we see the shows? So Sweeney Todd will be on December 14th at Independence High School, I believe at 6 p.m. So that should be fun. So if you guys want, if you live in the West Virginia, Beckley area, come out to Independence High School on December 14th and see me as Mrs. Lovett. Musical Theater and Acting Advanced will be actually November 15th, which is very short notice. I think by the time this goes up, like maybe 10 days. It is November 15th, and I performed from 6:30 to 8:30 for both Musical Theater and Acting Advanced. They're beside each other in the schedule. Acting Advanced and Musical Theater have the same show date and time. Good to see all the stuff I'm talking about. It's so much fun. I hope what I'm saying is going through. And the cantata, no clue. Again, haven't started yet. Will you do a behind the scenes vlog? If you guys want me to, comment down below if you guys want me to do some behind the scenes of each of the shows, because I would love to do behind the scenes of getting ready for Sweeney. Musical theater and acting, I don't know, that may be challenging just because we're going to be moving a lot. And if you guys want to see behind the scenes, tell me and I'll definitely do it. And the last question I have is, do you like your cast? I really enjoy my cast. Everyone in there is so charismatic. They play their parts so well. I adore my cast. My cast is amazing. Every single person in all of the productions so far, again, haven't got to the cantata one yet, but all 3 of the productions so far have been amazing. They do their parts so well, and I couldn't imagine a better cast. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed this Q&A, leave a like down below and subscribe, and oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I hope you guys come out and see the plays. I'll see you all later.